What's going on, guys? It's Physical R9 here, and I am bringing you a flawless MOAB on the map Seatown. This was a gameplay I picked up in the first week or so of the release now of Modern Warfare 3. I was using the P90 with the silencer and kick proficiency, and my perks were Sleight of Hand, Assassin, and Stalker. This was a assault MOAB. I was using the spy plane, UAV, Predator missile, and the attack helicopter. I was just basically just going around, just shooting people, looking around. It wasn't the fastest gameplay. It was just like a nice medium paced game, which I was just navigating the map pretty sweetly. But this commentary isn't really about the gameplay itself. It's more about talking about the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3, and the reason why I play on the PlayStation 3. And reason being is because I've been playing on the PlayStation console platform since the PlayStation 1 was released, and I've pretty much been playing since then with the PlayStation controller, gained the feel of the controller, because the controllers don't have a real change to them. It's just the console, it changes over the years, and I've basically been playing from the PlayStation background. So I moved on to PlayStation 2 and now PlayStation 3, so I'm kind of used to how the the controller works, and the thumbsticks, how they're rounded off instead of the Xbox one pretty much indented in. And that's pretty much the key issue that I want to really address, the controller factor of the Xbox and the PlayStation. Obviously, being from a PlayStation background, I'm used to PlayStation controller. That's just simple. And the reason why I don't really play on the Xbox as much is because of the Xbox controller. I just cannot get to grips with that controller. It just doesn't feel right in my hands. It's bloody heavy. It's like carrying a fucking brick around, and it just doesn't float my boat. It just does not work. Simple as. And hopefully, if I can get this magic piece of equipment called the XCM Crossfire Converter 2.0, it will allow me to play with my PlayStation controller on the Xbox 360. But not only that, I could actually remap the buttons, so I can use the PlayStation R1 and L1 shoot buttons instead of the Xbox RT and LT buttons. So that will be really helpful and pretty decent to use as well, because then it'll just feel like I'm playing on the PlayStation but on the Xbox platform. But the Xbox is being like the main place for Call of Duty. Obviously the DLC drops on the Xbox a month before PlayStation users, and it sucks because I am an elite member on the PlayStation, and we're gonna get the new maps in 7 days time or 8 days time, and Xbox get their second map packs, which is pretty harsh on the PlayStation elite members. They really should have thought that through, Activision, because it's not really fair. But then again, Xbox do have that contract with Call of Duty, so that's kind of why DLC is kind of dropped to the Xbox early, and a lot of people play on the Xbox purely being because of that, and the fact that they are more competitive gamers on the Xbox, which I kind of like disagree, because it's half and half. Because there are decent players on the PS3, don't get me wrong, there are really good players on the PlayStation 3, and I've played on both consoles, so I kind of know what I'm talking about. It's just I don't see much of a difference on each console. I do see a lot more people camping on the Xbox, and that's pretty much what I really see on the Xbox, because Xbox like the main platform, and when you get into like a really good tough game, and people just be talking about, look at his KDR and all that. That's pretty much what a lot of people talk about when you go on the Xbox, because when I've been playing on the Xbox, everyone just keeps saying, oh, check his KDR out, check his KDR. Like, does it really matter about your KDR? Because you never know how you can play in one game. You can play really good in one game, and people could be thinking, wow, this geezer is really good, and And I think to myself, when I see that kind of bullshit talk, it's ridiculous, because anyone can have a good game, and it doesn't matter when it could happen. Anyone can have a good game, you just don't know. And you can't just say, oh, he's got a 4 or 3 KDR and he does shit in one game, so that means he's shit. Anyone can do bad, remember that. To be good, you need to go through a bad patch, and that's all is gonna happen. And this game is pretty much wrapping up now, so give me your thoughts on what you think about the Xbox and the PlayStation, and which console do you really prefer, and your input on the controller factor. Do you like using the Xbox controller, PlayStation 3 controller? Because I really just cannot get to the point where I can use the Xbox controller, so I have to use my PlayStation 3. But anyway guys, if you like the video, please thumbs it up, comment, rate and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you on my next video. Peace out.